What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be working on the BMW X3 M40. I know it's been a while, but today we're going to be swapping out those side vents for some ones that are a lot more aggressive looking. So here are the OEM ones that we're going to be swapping out if you don't know what they look like already. Now they don't look bad per se, but this color over here, if you guys watch my other X3 videos, I'm just not a fan of it, so I've been swapping it out. So it used to be on the front grille over here, but I obviously swapped that out for some gloss black ones. It's still down here, which I need to get rid of, and then it was also on the side mirrors, but I swapped those out for some carbon fiber. But for today we're going to be swapping these out. So I did get some more aggressive looking ones and I'll show them to you guys in a minute, but I'm hoping it's pretty easy. I believe all that's really holding this in is some adhesive over here and then just a few clips. So I'm gonna get a heat gun, heat up the adhesive and try to loosen it and then just pop those clips out, but I'll see how that goes. But for now guys, let me just show you the new ones. So here is the new vent over here. Now I keep on saying vent, but technically guys, these things really aren't vents because they're not open over here, but it looks like a vent, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Obviously this is gonna go over here like that. Now if you guys can tell, not only is it gloss black, but it's also designed differently. So whereas this one is only over here, this one kind of comes around sort of like a boomerang. I think once it's on, it's going to make the side profile of this car look a lot better. Obviously that one over there just looks a little wimpy, but once this one's on, it's going to look a lot more aggressive. Do ignore the fact that the car is so dirty. Obviously guys, it's getting cold out, so it's kind of hard to wash the cars constantly like I used to. But yeah, once we have that on, it's going to look good with the side mirrors. And then I'm also planning on painting the wheels black. I'm not technically going to paint it. More specifically, I'm going to powder coat them. If you guys know, powder coating does get expensive, but we will do that eventually. And then I also plan on getting some wheel spacers for these things because right now they tuck in a lot. So I think once they're black and then once I also have the wheel spacers, they're going to look a lot more aggressive. I would like to do some aftermarket wheels at some point, but for now I think these will do. So now back to these vents really quickly. If you guys are familiar with BMWs, you probably recognize that this is the one off the X3M. It's not literally off of an X3M, it's actually just an aftermarket one. It's pretty cheap. It was only about like 50 bucks or so. I'll leave some links down in the description below, but it is meant to replicate the one on the X3M. Now I know some people really don't like the idea of putting some like M parts or M design parts on non-M cars, and I get it and I understand it. Personally though, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to put an X3M badge on this thing. I'm actually not even going to debadge it. I'm actually planning on keeping these badges over here, so like the M40i and then even the X3 badge over here. What I might do though is find a way to like wrap it or paint it black though, because obviously this is also that weird color that I don't like. But the X3M parts just look good. Like this thing looks so much better than the one that's on it already, so I'm going to do it. But if you guys aren't a fan of that, like I get it, to each their own. Personally, that's what I'm going to do. So now let's actually get to installing this thing. So just looking at this one, as you guys can see, it has some 3M tape over here, which is actually nice that this aftermarket one came with the 3M tape on it already nicely cut and shaped as well. And then this side over here has a whole bunch of clips. So I didn't watch a video on how to actually install this. I'm just going to kind of wing it. So just based on that, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing there's probably some 3M tape over here and then some clips holding it on this side over here. So I have my heat gun, which by the way guys, if you need one, I'll leave some links down in the description below. I got it for a pretty good price off of Amazon, so if you need it, definitely feel free to grab one. So I'm going to start heating up over here, assuming that there's adhesive. I'm going to see if I can peel it back and then take out the clips. I'll set you guys up on a tripod and put like a time lapse or something, and I'll let you know how it goes if I discover it's actually something different, but we'll see. But yeah, let's just jump into that and see how it goes. So not exactly the prettiest way to do it, but I got it off guys. Now just looking at this, as you can tell, there's actually adhesive that goes around all of it. So I was wrong, it wasn't just that one side. And then what happens is this slides in first and it kind of grabs onto the car, and then you pop in these clips over here. So now as you can tell, I believe it's this one, this clip kind of broke when I was taking it off. I mean, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world guys. I never plan on going back to this thing, and I don't think I'm going to resell it. I doubt anyone's really going to buy it, or I can even get much for it. So it is what it is. So I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. Personally, I just kind of went for it and winged it. It is what it is. I paid the price, but I really don't care that much about this piece. So we're just going to snap on the new one and then see how it looks. Alright, and just like that, it is on. Now, obviously, installation was definitely a lot easier than taking off the old one, but if you guys can tell, it honestly looks so good. If I just step back a little further, ignoring the mess that's by it, but it looks so much better, guys, in my opinion. It looks so much more aggressive. It doesn't look as awkward, that little thing on the side of the car. So here's the other side where I obviously didn't install it yet, just so you can get like a reminder of what it used to look like. So as you guys can see again, it just looks wimpy and awkward, whereas this side looks more aggressive. So now in terms of fitment, it's okay. It's definitely not the best. Again, guys, I got this for about like 50 bucks off of eBay, so it's not going to be the best. I noticed like on the edges, it tends to stick out just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see, but that is nothing that you're going to notice from afar. So it's really only when you get up close that you can notice it. So now with this side done, and being that I have a better idea of how to install this, I'm going to go to the other side and install the other one. I won't take you guys through it step by step, but I'll just put you on a time lapse so you can see the finished product as well. And then after that, we should be all set. Alright, so as you guys can tell, this side is all set. Now this side looks a lot more aggressive as well. It's crazy, guys, because now looking at it with these side vents, it's kind of hard to even picture it with those old ones. This one just looks so much better, especially with like those side mirror caps and also those front grills. It just suits the truck so much better now. So something maybe worth mentioning is, although these are designed to be like the X3M ones, obviously the ones on the X3M, I believe they say M or X3M over here, these ones are obviously blank. Like I said before, I don't want to put any M badges, but what I think I might do is see if I can find like a small M40i badge. I actually think that would look really good over here, but let me know what you guys think. Should I do that, or should I just leave it blank like this? So now with that said, on the X3, honestly, I'm just even more excited to finally paint the wheels black, get those spacers, because I think it's going to look a lot more aggressive. I think it's going to look a lot better once we do that. That combined with like the front grille, the side mirror caps, and then now these side vents, it's going to start to look really mean, I think. But anyways, with that said, that wraps up this video, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.